Microsoft Teams is going to continue to be one of the platforms we use to communicate with students and specifically to hold synchronous meetings. One of the expectations of this year is that you continue to check email and Teams regularly each day for those communications from students. In this video, we're going to go over how to set up your teams and how to set up your channels. If you're on a laptop, your experience will be better if you download the Teams app for your computer. And if you're on a school laptop, you can just get it right from self-service, but it's likely already downloaded. For mobile devices, Teams is available free as well. I recommend taking a try at being in a video call on an iPad or your phone. The experience is a little different and will help you understand what it's like for the students. On the left side toolbar, you can view all the teams that you are a part of. Unlike in Google Classroom, you don't need to do anything to set up your teams for the year. Your classes are going to be directly added to Microsoft Teams from Veracross by IT. What that means, though, is that when they're added from Veracross, you are going to have a team for each of the sections that you have. So if you teach A period, you're going to have an A period academy team, and you're going to have an A period university team. So likely, depending on how many classes you teach, you're going to have anywhere from maybe 4 to 8 to 10 different teams for your classes. Under each class or team, there are channels that are accessible to all the students or members of your team. Each and every team starts with one default channel known as General. While you're looking at this, it might be hard to view all of your teams if all the channels are viewed. So you can click the arrow to the left of the name of the team, and that will hide the different channels if you don't need to focus on those channels at a particular time. If you find you need more than the General channel, you as the owner of a class can add more. If you go to the team name and you click on the 3 dots to the right, it will allow you to add a channel. When you create the channel, it will allow you to add a name, a description, and automatically show the channel in everyone's list. By making the channel visible for the students, it saves them a step later. Those 3 dots to the right of the team name will also allow you a variety of other abilities as the owner of the team. One that's helpful is to manage team, which is going to give you settings for that particular class. You can go through and change the picture for your class. Now, it will allow you to change the name of your class, but IT kindly asks that we don't do that because it makes it hard to find the classes. When they have 1,000 teams going on, they'd like us to keep the name alone. You might be asking yourself, why do I need channels? What are their purpose? Let's compare channels to another feature that many of you have probably used, the chat. Both the chat and channels are available for enhanced communication with a group of people. Chat messages are great for one-on-one or small group messages without being limited between members of specific teams. Channels, on the other hand, are messages that are visible to all members of a team at the same time without having to add them one by one into a chat message. Chat messages are like a never-ending text message chain. However, messages in a channel can be replied to, making them more organized. So rather than a stream of consciousness like you get in a chat, channels are actually grouped and nested based on different topics or different resources. Chats might be more private because you're going to be communicating with a specific person or a few people at one time. Channel messages are much more public. So imagine that a student shares a resource or answer a question. You can reply to that, or any other student in the team can. This means that you've created a community in which you have collective ability to answer questions and support each other. This could be really great when we're learning remotely. Hopefully now you feel prepared to set up your teams and your channels and ready to give some thought what kind of channels might be useful to you this year. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to adjust your notifications.